Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us here once again at SpeedGaming for the continuation of our Metroid Prime Cross Game Cup. My name is Marion, and thankfully I'm not solo today. We're joined by Frigid. How are you today?
Good, good. Good to hear from you as always, Marion.
You
We
as well, my
uh
friend.
we have a little bit of a history together. We
That's
we
that's
tend
not
to
a
do
good word.
multi-worlds together, so we know a thing or two about each other's play style. What?
Indeed, but it's not about us today, my friend. We've got the cross game to focus on.
Yeah,
Now
we
that timer
do.
started already, so we gotta run through this quickly. First and foremost, what do we have on teams today, Frigid?
Today on teams we have Fizzy and Bruh versus Storm and Maker Mask. Fizzy and Storm are playing Prime 1, Bruh and Maker Mask are playing Echoes.
Alrighty. Well, the good thing about Prime, since all four players will be starting in landing site respectively, the good thing for Prime, we can get Alcove immediately, also known as Space Jump first, so we get a free item here.
Let's see
And
what
for
Storm.
Echoes, the Echoes
That's going
have
to
the
be
Hive
missiles.
Chamber gates unlocked.
Missile
Oh, look at that.
expansion, so not logical missiles yet, but they'll still probably go into Artifact Temple here to see what they have in there.
Absolutely. And real quick, as far as our settings go, we are running. Oh, I have them right here, and I read it backwards. For
Uh-oh.
Prime, we are looking at Phazon Suit Hint. It's area only, so we're going to have fun trying to find that later. 10 beginner tricks. We're starting with Charge Beam for a little bit of quality of life. 9 artifacts, warp to start, vault door is unlocked, and a few little game changes. Phase on Elite without Dynamo, competitive cutscenes, and we do have backwards mines and backwards frigid if needed. As far as Echoes
Backwards
goes, we're going
frigid.
frigid.
And
It's entirely possible. It's yet to happen, but it's possible.
it looks like Prime 2, at least Bruh gave Fizzy the missile launcher, so that's in logic now. And
It's
Artifact
great
Temple
because
has Echo's main PBs. Holy
oh,
cow.
that's going to be huge for Echoes, especially here in Dynamo Chamber.
Yep.
As far as Echoes settings, we're playing this sort of similar for our standard preset, which includes 8 beginner tricks, warp to start. Multiplayer items are shuffled, starting with landing site, with 9 keys to locate. So just a little bit of a revision from our standard settings. And immediately we're getting artifact hints. So on the top right, we're looking at, I can't read that.
Hazard containment. Oh, it looks like the stream. Magmore workstation.
Is that
Oh,
Dark Torvis Temple?
Oh no. Mining station. Oh, that is really ruined nursery. I think I saw. Sank energy controller. Watery hall. Torvis axe. What?
Torvis Temple access.
Torvis temple access. This is that screen is really hard to read.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time deciphering that last one. Somewhere in Temple Grounds. Probably Hall of Honored.
Oh, Chica and
Oh, this
Chica
is painful.
required, and we get to hear the words of O'Lear at least.
Hey, everyone loves O'Lear.
No one hates O'Lear.
No, but it looks like double damage though off of the prime side.
Ooh, that'll be nice for Echoes. It'll allow them to chew through enemies real fast.
Oh, Wind Chamber Gateway was that last one. Thank you, Delta.
Ah, perfect. Do not have the comments pulled up as of right now. Should probably do that.
You know, we're not even 5 minutes in, and a lot has happened already. The biggest thing Echoes has the most amount of stuff happening. Number one, Dark Beam found on top of Temple Assembly site or task through task jumping, which both runners pulled off successfully. Great place for Dark Beam though; it's one of the most used and reliable. Let's see what else. Power bombs. That'll be great for Dynamo Chamber. That gets us also to break into GFMC compound due to the gate being in second layer, which requires either power bombs or screw attack. Thankfully, we can get through the gate, and get a free item here. Let's see. As far as Prime, we've decided to go. We've gone through Alcove. We've done our first loop of Talon, and now we're making way all the way to Chozo. So we're still fairly in the early game, but a good amount of majors have been found, especially those power bombs and dark beam. And now that Prime has missiles and charge beam, that'll start speeding everything else along. And that's a vanilla missile launcher for Echoes. That's a vanilla launcher.
That if I had a nickel for every time that happened in any of the Echoes randomizers. Oh man.
And for those of you in chat wondering, your artifacts have been posted below now that we have a confirmation on them. So it looks like in order to beat Prime, we need to do at least Biohazard Containment, Magmor Workstation, Dark Torvus Temple, which is going to be the huge problem for Echoes. But even better, we found Annihilator Beam off of Storage A. So now all we're missing is Light Beam.
And right now on the Prime side, we have Missile Launcher, Charge Beam, and not really anything else. Scan Visor, of course, but that comes standard. Now they're just kind of
Ruined
looking
Nursery,
around.
Watery Hall, Torvus Temple Access, that's a freebie. And Wind Chamber Gateway might be a problem later, although they technically could do it now, although it'd be really not good.
Faizy's heading towards Hive Totem with Storm right on his heels. So we'll see what that item is in place of the missile launcher. Looks like... Didn't get a good look there.
One heck of a Morph Ball right before the Morph Ball tunnel. Good job, Feisty. Morph Ball right behind Hive Mecha.
Oh no! Who generated this?
I believe TGC might have.
Are elevators randomized or are they vanilla?
Vanilla. All vanilla elevators, vanilla translators. Everything is vanilla except for Echoes, which do have special translators. And those were allowing the Hive Chamber gates to be unlocked to allow for faster movement.
Right.
And just a quality of life. But it looks like Echoes just located their space jump off of Mining Station Access, which is absolutely beautiful as we're right into early Aegon, where space jump makes a huge difference.
Space jump is one of the most integral pieces of hardware for Echoes. Not a whole lot they can do without bomb jumping all over the place.
And sadly, Echoes does not have their main bomb, so that will be a little bit of a hindrance. But first, we're seeing a route difference already on the Echo side. Bruz decided to go right for Aegon Waste. Meanwhile, Markers, thank you, I can't read today, is backtracking right to Hive Chamber B for the bomb gate to see, is this a good item, or is this going to be just bait?
Faizy is currently sitting in the Magmor, or in the Burning Trail save station. And Storm decided to take the other way through vaults to go travel around some more. Faizy is safe warping back to the landing site. And it looks like Storm's going to be going the same way as well, so Faizy cut down a little bit of time there.
It looks like Prime's boost ball right behind the ship.
Sure is. So, boost ball.
Oh, and looks like Gravity Suit was hiding on top of Mining Station A, which
so
we have the ability to get.
I would guess that the next place to go would be probably Ruined Shrine to get that half-pipe item. Or whatever the main plaza item was.
Oh, that's hilarious. Cobalt on Bomb Guardian. That's absolutely useless right now. Cobalt is not used at all outside of Sanctuary Fortress.
Faizy and
So,
Storm are in the same room now with Boost Ball. Storm is going to Frigate Crash Site where there was not really important items, so Faizy ignored it, and now he's on his way, I would assume, back to Chozo Ruins. Yes, he is.
oh, and Storm got a first try on that Frigger Crash Site scan dash.
Oh,
Only for
beautiful.
only for a missile expansion, but that was a great scan dash though.
Hey, if it means an extra drop of missile, it might be a game changer. You never know.
Absolutely, missiles can change everything. Ammo, especially, is the biggest concern,
Mm-hmm.
especially early when you don't have access to much.
Spicy is sitting at 20 missiles, where Storm has 30, so that could make a bit of a difference.
It was like Marcus Mass has gone over to mining station access. We're gonna find his space jump right there. Beautiful. And Bruz decided to make the first step into the pirate labs, where we see the prime power bombs located.
Well, the half pipe and ruined shrine seem to have a missile expansion.
Oh,
Shrine
that's an
2.
SD. That's the first SDK.
Oh my gosh, in ruined shrine. The only other power-up in ruined shrine can be obtained using power bombs or morph ball bombs, but we're just about there to power bomb, so we'll see what's behind that wall here in a second.
Hey, an E-tank.
Everybody loves a
Yeah,
goodie.
absolutely. That's perfect timing on those power bombs. Right behind a bomb wall.
Oh yeah. Bra and Faizy seem to have a really good synergy with each other. And Storm is now in Ruined Shrine himself. He's trying to hop his way out of the pit. Almost does so first try.
Speaking of hopping, it looks like Marcus has just gone for a standable trick to bypass the spider trek in Mining Station A to get that gravity suit early.
Yes, he did.
That is one of my favorite tricks to pull off, as there's no real setup required for it. It's extremely easy. Now, what we did is we, let's see, what do we do? Well, we used the that little hive itself. Well, if it looks like you can stand on it, you can stand on it. That's the base rule of the Prime series. So
aside
we'll
from
just put
corruption, but
I mean, corruption's a little bit of a weird one. You can stand on it, but you better be hoping your Wii remote's in the right angle.
Faizy's now making his way towards Watery Hall.
I wonder if Feist is going to go for Watery Hall without space jump.
With no E-Tank, he'd better be quick on doing it.
It's possible, but he's only got one chance at it without.
I don't think he is. He's scanning the runes, so I think he'll be waiting for that particular pickup later if he needs to. Which, if this one is not the artifact, he'll need to come back later for the artifact.
And here we see another trick being done by Bra on the bottom left side of your screen. We went to Dark Aegon, checked Doomed Entry, and using Dark Beam, we went around the other side to get over to Dark Samus 1. Thankfully, due to power bombs, this fight is a complete cakewalk, as you're not expected to have power bombs for this fight. So, power bombs plus Dark Samus 1 equals basic instant annihilation.
Basically.
Oh yeah, just wipe the floor with them. And it looks like Feisty's going for it.
Oh, nope, at least scanning
he's
it.
Just gonna get.
I mean,
now
we
had
knew...
the confirmation.
Yeah, I suppose, just to make sure that the game is right. Be a little awkward if it was reading the hint for Watery Hall, but there was nothing in it. Storm is now in Watery Hall as well. He has an E-tank.
No,
Mm,
gonna back out of it.
he without space jump boots or morph ball bombs with gravity suit, it can't be done, unfortunately. So he definitely has to come back later.
Right. And we are, you know, oh, translator and Great Temple off of that Amber Hint from Bra off of Mining Station A. So now we know a translator's hiding somewhere in Great Temple. Followed by Light Beam behind Sand Cache. Well, so Prime
This
has to send Echoes their Amber just to get Light Beam. Congratulations, 15 minutes in, and you've just found all 3 beams for Echoes.
So Echoes is going to be the one sprinting this time around, hey?
Oh, absolutely. With 3 beams and Amber, it's Echoes has too much open right now.
And now it looks like they're going to be going for checking Zoid. They're going to Burn Dome, both of them. They're both an energy core now. They both reach it at the same time.
Well, this could be a problem for them. We can't leave without having bombs. Or, well, I mean,
Well,
what
they
do you
do
think,
have
Frigid?
Boost
Could we
Ball.
use? Well,
They do have Boost Ball.
explain that.
It is possible. It is possible. The way with Boost Ball, how that works is you have to boost against the wall. If you do that in the correct way, it allows you to get a little bit of momentum off the wall to propel yourself upward. Now, there is a caveat to that, as there are two holes you have to boost up into. The first one isn't so bad; it's just straightforward. You just hit the wall and propel yourself upward into it. The second one is a little bit trickier because the pipe is broken at a bit of an angle to where you can't boost straight from the bottom. You have to kind of come up at an angle, which there is one little tiny piece of geometry that allows you to do that, but you have to hit it in just the right way and hold the control stick just in the right way as well. It is... I have pulled it off before. It is not easy.
Yeah, just you explaining it sounds absolutely horrendous to try to figure out.
Well, we'll see if either one of them wants to take it on to try and get out of it, unless Zoid has bombs, which we're about to find out.
No,
Nope,
missile expansion.
does not
Oh,
have bombs.
you know what? Speaking of bombs, Brad just found Echo's bombs off a battleground.
Although Storm is opening up Zoid's, or no, he's not. Oh no, that's right. You did just say that. Oh man.
Now, Storm's
Now it looks
spending on those
like
power bombs.
Prime is at a bit of an impasse.
Well, I'll say yes and no. I'll say no on the fight on Feisey's side, as Prime Space Jump has been located on Incash 2, where Vanilla Light Beam usually is. So now that Prime has Space Jump, that'll help figure out some better routing.
Yes.
And now that Storm received power bombs and has checked the little bombable wall, realizing it's nothing we can use to get out, here goes the quit back to save.
Yep. Neither racer is going to take the risk to try and boost out, which all in all is a good move, because they can't really do anything with Furnace Asterisk. They could always wall boost and everything, but again, that's really difficult.
Oh, I'm told it's in Cache 1, not in Cache 2. In Cache 2 is Sonic Boom Room. So, you know, Echoes has too many numbers and rooms that sound way too similar.
I mean, Prime has the same problem as well with all the transport accesses and save stations and everything. So
that one's fair.
Corruption seems to have fixed that at least.
The corruption room names ain't bad. You know, they're at least relative to the area as far as the names go.
Yeah.
And Bruh's gonna attempt an extended dash to get across. Oh, we just missed it.
Ah.
Now, this is not logical at all, as we do need screw attack technically to get this in cache.
But a
But with a
good,
well-timed jump, we can slide right across. Well,
with
that's
that
twice
dark
now.
Metroid, with that dark Metroid kind of hovering near, it's a little anxiety inducing.
It looks like Markers has just received Amber Translator. That's great, as that'll lead right into Light Beam. And we have knowledge that if flying... Oh, Dark Oasis has the ETM. We are never getting that.
Ah, no verification, huh? Or no validation?
No validation. But the good thing is, Feisty has knowledge on where Varia is. At least chat. Delta's giving us the confirmation of what's hiding in that super missile tree.
So he just needs Super Missile to get that, as he has Power Beam by default and Charge Beam as well. Flamethrower in Root Cave. And
I'm
he's
glad
going
you
out
see
of
it.
bounds for Arbor Chamber. Feisty is. And what have we
Out of
got?
bounds is out of bounds. Always some sort of out of bounds.
Oops, all out of bounds. Echo Visor and Arbor Chamber? What?
That doesn't help Echoes at all right now. It'll help later, especially, but right now it's... The good thing is we know where it is.
What?
There's a missile-related upgrade in a Defiled Shrine. I'm going to say it. In the previous Echoes weeklies, especially the last few months, Echo's been the hardest thing to route around, as it's either A, last, or B, you have something hard required behind it, and you can't bypass it. And you're spending all game trying to find the one item location just to find Echo. So now that we have it...
Whenever
Echoes is
I'm
probably
involved, this just seems to devolve into chaos. So I apologize. Or maybe I should be saying you're welcome for the content.
Oh, this... Welcome to CGC, This is what I love about this community. These races, these events, bringing everyone together. And it gives us chaotic moments such as this, where we find unlimited missiles hiding right on top of Chozo.
Main plaza missiles.
And now we're going out of bounds again.
We'll accept that here.
Oh, we don't have a choice. We're not the ones running it. All right, Bridget, help us out. Why is Feisty going out of bounds here in Chozo? Do we have a purpose behind all this?
What I'm thinking he's doing is that he's going out of bounds to make his way to Tower of Light and Tower Chamber. I'm not entirely sure. I don't do out of bounds myself, so I don't know all of the logic and tricks and knowledge behind it. But I wouldn't understand why he would go out of bounds for Ruined Shrine, because he has all the tools to be able to get the items there in the various pockets. So my understanding is that he's probably going for Tower of Light.
That makes sense. It's locked behind a wave door, and we have no knowledge of Wave Beam currently.
And he does have Space Jump Boots, so if he gets the Tower of Light, he could very well get there and get to the top of it.
Speaking of which, we have another translator hint telling us a charge combo and transport A access of Great Temple. Now, it looks like Bruh's going to go right for that, since we do have immediate access to Great Temple. Thanks to, what do you call it? Thanks to Sentinel's Bridge, we can bypass it through the vanilla route. Or we could use our Violet Translator and go through Transport B access. Either way, we can get this charge combo. And it'd be great. Hopefully, it's Prime Supers. That way, they could get... That way, they can get their Violet... Not their Violet, their Varia. Violet and Echoes. Get the Varia, go for Magmore, and start making some progress in Prime.
Storm is now back in Ruined Fountain and kind of making his way, checking every corner he can of Chozo Ruins. And Feisty just now hit the load trigger for Tower of Light, so he's in. And he might be just trying to find that area to where he can just jump upward and check to see what the item is. He might not... He doesn't necessarily have to go for it if he can do that. He might also be trying to see what the item in Tower Chamber is as well.
Well, this is an interesting route difference.
It really is. I've never seen Out of Bounds going to Tower of Light before. That was interesting to watch as well.
Well, I mean, you never know when you're going to be back here in Chozo, especially as in a faraway corner as Tower of Light. It's only 2 items, so if you get the knowledge ahead of time, that's beautiful. As you know, you don't ever have to come back here and waste precious time.
And Feisty's climbing now. He found that area. He found that little pocket. So he's climbing bit by bit now.
And Echoes has a difference as well. It looks like... Oh, no, they're following the same route, it seems. Yeah, Echoes located knowledge for a prime charge combo in Central Mining Station for the hint. And that'll take us over to Great Temple
Oh
for
my
Transport
goodness.
A access. What's on Tower of Light?
Tower of Light has Sunburst.
That's fitting to put there. Never going to get it, though. Never getting it.
Well, it's not the wave charge combo, but it's light.
Yeah, we're never getting Sunburst.
Sunburst won't be picked up this game.
That's sad because Sunburst is great to use. It has so many uses in Echoes.
Where are some really good places to use Sunburst?
The biggest example, especially since we have double damage, is Grapple Guardian. Grapple Guardian's got a little bit of a quip where if you have double damage and Sunburst, Grapple Guardian pretty much becomes non-existent. And same with Boost Guardian.
Dust in the wind, if you will.
Well, let's just say Boost Guardian instantly vaporizes and the fight's over.
Which everybody can applaud and cheer for, because nobody likes
Absolutely.
Boost Guardian.
Nobody. But everybody loves O'Lear.
Everybody loves O'Lear. Everybody hates Boost Guardian.
That's vanilla. Vanilla Violet.
I think Feisty is heading... Oh no, he's heading towards Ruined Fountain once again. Or rather, no, he's coming from Ruined Fountain.
And thanks to the super missiles being found, that gives Feisty a various suit, and now we can start making progress towards Magmore Caverns, Vendrana, and possibly going to mines later.
The only thing with mines is that if it's vanilla doors, they will need at least Wave and Ice Beam to make any decent progress in mines.
Speaking of progress, it looks like Echo's just found a dark suit off of Transport Bravo access.
Hmm.
Well, that'll help us out in Dark Aether. And Feisty... Is Feisty going back to... Nope, I'm in the wrong room.
No, it's a little confusing sometimes when there are 2 Morph Ball tunnels in the same room. He is absolutely heading down into
Magmore.
Into Magmore.
It makes the most sense.
So we'll see Lava Lake, and we'll see pretty much everything in that first leg of Magmore. And I would imagine he would probably make a pit stop in Vendrana to see what else is there. Alternatively, he could also just see what the rest of what's currently available in Magmore has to offer, and then go to Vendrana. It could go either way.
I'd personally be trying to make headway towards Vendrana just based on how much there is, and the route. Getting the knowledge. Get your ice checks done. Figure out what's in Chapel. Get your lighthouse check.
This is true
get as much knowledge as possible.
This is true. Knowledge is power in these randomizers. Got to bust through a couple of walls with power bombs, as we still don't have the regular Morph Ball bombs.
Nope.
And
No, we do not.
now Storm has Varia as well, so he's making his way towards Magmore Caverns and going to be going the same route as Faizy. Faizy checking his artifacts. Storm is trying to rip his way through Choza Ruins as quick as he can to get to that elevator. He's got some ground to make up.
Now, the good thing is we're only a half hour in. We still have 9 artifacts to find, 8 keys to locate. There is plenty of gameplay ahead of us.
That's a cheeseburger on Triclops Pit. He's going to go check Storage Cavern now. Spicy is.
Well, this is a very good place to find a cheeseburger. Yeah, it's a nice, hot area. You can keep it nice and warm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, grapple beam on Storage Cavern. That's interesting.
Interesting place having grapple beam here.
Not the most required item by any means, but it could make some checks easier to obtain. So that's... Any item is welcome as long as it's not too far out of the way.
And I'm going to point out we've got another out-of-bounds instance over in Bruh on the bottom left side of your screens. We went out of bounds by using a sandworm in Mining Plaza. Now what we did, we pushed ourselves in Morph Ball against a piece of collision and let the sandworm grab us. Now that sandworm will immediately throw us in one direction. And if the right direction is correct, it'll throw us quite literally out of bounds. Now, the only reason I can suspect we're doing this is 2 reasons. Number 1, either A, we're going to check Mining Station Bravo, or B, we're going to check Crossroads and the Torvis elevator by doing Seekerless Seekers.
Faizy just did a room climb in Monitor Station. Got the Warrior Shrine item. Looks like he's going to go underneath the shrine to see what's down there. He still doesn't have bombs, so he's going to have to boost his way up if he wants to get out of there.
That's painful.
Little bit, but this one's a little easier to get.
Alrighty.
And he got it on the 3rd boost. Well done, Faizy.
3rd time's a charm. Good work.
Doesn't look like Shore Tunnel has anything, so he's going to go through... He looks like he's going to Fendrana first. He was about to go through Fiery Shores, but then he turned around, so that's the way we're going.
And it looks like Bruh Incorporated's deciding to possibly go for Torvis. Yep, we're going to hit the load zone on the door. That'll load the elevator room in, and we can use that to get to Torvis Temple. Now, here's where we're going to run into a problem, though. We don't have Seekers, and we don't have Screw Attack to do Seekerless Seekers. So we're going to have to perform another out of bounds to bypass this door.
Prime 2 has more instances of out of bounds than Prime 1 does, doesn't it?
I would say both have a fair amount, but I will say Echoes is, I'd say, a little easier to maneuver out of bounds.
Shore Tunnel had Prime 2 super missiles.
Well, that is perfect timing as Bruh's entering Torvis, where supers are hugely needed, especially for connecting 2 different areas.
So Faizy decided to do
just general movement.
Faizy decided to double back, not going to Fendrana, but instead going to that second half of Magmore. Now he's taking the root cave elevator up back into town overworld.
Meanwhile, Marker's Mask has decided to enter Great Temple that has already sent the super missiles to Storm, which in turn got Varia, followed by the Violet Translator off of Olir. Not Olir, Umos. I keep getting these backwards. And the Violet Translator hint for where Space Jump is for Prime, which we've already located. And it looks like Bruh has successfully gone out of bounds from from Torvis Temple elevator, and it's now triggered the fight for Torvis Temple itself. Now, while we are doing this part of the fight out of bounds, once we secure this first half, The cutscene will automatically place us back inbounds into the temple room itself, allowing us to be wild and free once more.
Gotta love the Echo's logic.
Oh yes, go out of bounds, start a fight, then force the cutscene to place you where you need.
Spicy is now taking the Chozo Ruins elevator back by Main Plaza. So he might be trying to, I would imagine, go through Magma Pool and see what that has to offer.
And I do want to point out that while Bruh did go out of bounds for Torvis, technically we are still in logic, as we do have logical access to Torvis entrance through Lagoon. So we are within logic. It's just we
took a
took the most
shortcut.
out of logic way possible to do it.
Saving precious seconds. Minutes, even.
Absolutely. And it looks like we are not going to speak to Avok today, as we don't have Emerald, and that was just a missile expansion on the energy controller.
Magma Pool has
Uh-oh. Storm
light
did
ammo
not...
expansion.
We got a problem. Storm did not check shore tunnel.
Oh no. Where is he
And
now?
those are
He's
Echo
back in-
Supers.
He's
He's back in
back in
Chozo.
Talon.
Talon, my bad.
Oh my goodness, that's... I hope he goes back there soon to find those super missiles, otherwise this is going to be a frustrating time. On the
It looks like
checklist, we still need all the 3 beams for Prime. We still need Phazon suit. We still need the rest of the artifacts.
Well, there's another artifact price you just found. Unfortunately, that is hard locked by Spider Ball.
Yes. Spider Ball is hard required. He doesn't have to fight Flagra to get that one. There are standables to get him up onto that Spider Ball without the fountain shooting him up there.
But we still need Spider Ball just to even get out of that little tunnel.
Correct. Storm is back in Chozo Ruins. I think he's going to head towards Magma Pool as well. I could be wrong. Yes, he's heading that way. And he still does not have space jump boots. So that could be also the reason why he didn't get the super missile in Shore Tunnel. There's not really any way he can get out of it without space jump or Morphle bombs.
Oh, but with that being said, let's go and take a little bit of time to see what exactly is going on, as we haven't had a breather since we started this race. Well, let's see. Oh, we got a red key and a... Oh, that red key hopefully is not a Torvis key.
Well, it's got to be a Torvis key.
Well, I mean, it is in Torvis, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a Torvis key. You know what? Oh, how about you leave? How about you just go get some coffee for us? All right.
How about I take a drink of water instead?
That's your daily reminder to always stay hydrated.
Always stay hydrated.
And have another STK on abandoned work site.
Just a reminder that we do need Torvis keys, as that is one of Chica does hold one of the artifacts.
Yeah,
which I'm sure everybody loves.
Yep, everybody loves Chica, the best 2-part boss in all of Echoes.
Ah!
I was being sarcastic.
Icy is back in Ruined Gallery. He is going to be trying to do a wall boost up into that little tunnel to get that item, which I'm sure he's probably seen what that item is and has decided that he needs it. There is a little way to see what that item in the tunnel is. You stand against the wall and shoot one of the blast caps. That makes your screen shake enough for you to look through the wall to see the item in the tunnel. And then,
Man.
kind of the same way with wall boosting on this tunnel, you have to do it at an angle by hitting a piece of the archway for that tunnel. That shoots them up at a slight angle. And he
Yeah, we
got it.
totally needed that.
Oh. Why? Oh, okay. I stand corrected. He did not see through the tunnel.
You know, even though it was a nothing, still huge props to Feisty for managing to pull that off.
Absolutely.
That is harder than it looks.
That red key could also be gotten with Boost Ball. He doesn't need bombs for it, but it's just a question of if he's actually going to go for it.
Oh. Okay,
Which he's
speaking of that.
not currently.
No, but Echo's just found a prime wave beam, though.
Ooh. Is that from Bruh or Maker Mask? Oh, that's Bruh. And that's Wave Beam. That's going to be a game changer. That's going to propel them forward quite a bit.
Wave beam off of, that's not, possibly that's Venomous Pond. Yeah,
Feisty
Venomous Pond is Poison Box the other side.
Feisty now making his way back to Ruined Shrine. He's going to be going through that to make it the Tower of Light. We know that Tower of Light has Sunburst.
And face on suit behind Chica.
What?
Yeah, Brett just found phase on suits locked behind supers behind the Chica entrance.
Oh boy.
What is that? Storage. It's not storage B. That's in cache. No.
Feisty's now in Tower of Light. He is going to be doing. Oh, that was a wonderful slope jump.
Cache B. Thank you.
Feisty got an extra E-Tank. He's now up to 3. With Storm at 2 E-Tanks. So remind us again. Prime 1 does need 9 of the 12 artifacts. Does Echoes need all 9 of their keys?
Yes, Echoes does need all 9 keys.
Okay.
It's equally split. 9 artifacts, 9 keys.
That's perfectly balanced as all things should be.
Thank you, Thanos. We appreciate that. But how about we have super missiles right behind the glass and Magmar? So it looks like Bruh has the advantage. I would say Bruh and Feisty are well ahead of this race.
Absolutely.
Solely based on Echoes going to Torvis first and locating all these major items and better routing, as we didn't spend too much time here in Aegon around first pass.
Feisty's heading back towards Magma Pool now. They're going to be going past Magma Pool and into TCA and Training Chamber proper. Seeing what those items are, seeing if they're... Well, TCA kind of has to grab the item to check it. But at least seeing what Training Chamber has in store for them. TCA has Ice Spreader.
Can I offer you an Ice Spreader with no Ice Beam?
And that's a light ammo expansion and Training Chamber.
And with Gravity Suit being sent by Mining Station Alpha, Prime now has all suits.
All suits and only missing Ice Beam and Plasma Beam. The next area I would imagine they're going towards is... No, they're not going towards the back of Chozo Ruins. They're going to try and hold off on that as long as possible, maybe, at least until they get Ice and Plasma Beam. I would laugh just a little bit if Ice Beam ended up being vanilla.
So we have an ETM on Aisha with, the keys to Dark Torvis Temple. We have found the Chica key information.
Phendrana Drifts and Sanctuary Fortress. I don't believe Morbus is required, though.
Or is
unless
that
there was something in main mine in the mining plaza. Excuse me.
And we know Mining Plaza does not have a red key of use.
Okay.
You know, All the red keys that we need for Chick are scattered between Fendrana and Sanctuary.
Okay, so we don't know what a Morbus has quite yet.
Not yet, but the good thing is with Echoes, what Randovania did with the lore, all temple bosses have a guaranteed hint drop. Tells us
Right.
exactly where A, their keys are, and B, what item they're holding.
Looking back over at Storm, he found his way into the Warrior Shrine as well, and under it, he is now trying to get out with uh, a boost I've never seen before, and one that I think is more difficult. At least looks more difficult. He's trying to bank off of a rock off on the side wall and trying to boost straight into the hole instead of up.
Looks like he's trying to go bowling with that.
A little bit.
Or no, we're trying to play golf. That's what we're doing.
Nah, there you go. Mini golf.
You know, I haven't played mini golf in years. That'd be pretty nice to play right now.
I know. I'm trying not to get into my personal life and stray away from the game.
Well, we can just agree that mini golf is amazing.
Mini golf is fantastic. Better than regular golf.
Absolutely. And it looks like Light Suit has been found off of... Oh, where was Light... Where was Light Suit? Light Suit was early Aegon, so that means it was either A, Central Mining, or B, it was hiding off of... No, it can't be Sand Canyon.
Yes, Reed. Prime 1 does not have the regular Morph Ball bombs or Spider Ball yet. We also don't have Ice Beam or Plasma Beam in either game. And currently, Feisty is in Magmore Workstation. I think they saw something. I didn't have my eyes on his screen when they looked through the grate, so we're going to see what that has here in a moment after he does the puzzle.
You know, looks like we have the keys for the Hive Temple. We now know where Quadraxis keys are, except they are absolutely useless.
No Quadraxis today. Well, at least no keys. If Quadraxis was necessary, they could take the back door with Annihilator Beam and everything.
Yeah, that's what I was referencing.
Right.
We don't know what Quadraxis has, and we don't know what Tumos has. But there's like 3 different ways to skip the Hive Temple keys. One's an out of bounds trick. One is using Annihilator and just simply walking into the back door. And the third method is just bomb jumping over the gate.
Feisty, now having gone through all of Magmore aside from Plasma Processing, is now making his way into Vendrana Drifts through the back door, and probably going to go see what Qmon and Thardus has for him. Saving first, it looks like.
Well, while we make our way into Fendrana Drifts, let's take a step back over to Storm and Markers, see what's happening on the right side of our screen. On the right, looks like Storm is still attempting to play mini golf and trying to get the ball into the tunnel, while Mark is continuing through. Looks like we're going through the early Dark Aegon loop, going for Incash 4, and eventually Jump Guardian. So this will give us information on Jump Guardian and Trial Tunnel, followed by... Oh no, Markers does not have super missiles. Those were back in Magmore. Storm skipped that.
And they are in Short Tunnel. Now that Storm has Space Jump, he is only a Plasma Beam and Qmon!
Yeah, Plasma Beam behind Thardus.
Well, Thardus, it was good knowing you.
That's a great place for Plasma Beam to be, right by a boss that could use it.
And Storm is only 2 rooms away from being able to get those super missiles to get for Echoes. Welcome to chat, KRR. Good to see you come out and watch today.
With that being said, it's great to have everyone in chat. E-
It is.
everyone
Even
here is happy
even
to see.
even those who are not active in our chat list, we know you're watching. We know you appreciate this sport.
Sport, yes, it's a new and upcoming esport coming shortly to a gaming center near you.
It'd be about the only esport I'd watch, honestly.
Well, how about instead of watching that, we find our Seeker launcher off a trial tunnel.
Oh. We love
Seeker
the broom
missiles.
closet.
That's going to help Marker's Mask out hugely,
It
as
is.
that gets us immediate access into Torvus through the through Torvus Temple elevator.
Yep.
And thanks to
There's.
us, actually, no, we can't do that.
Do we not have boost
I'm
ball?
dumb. We need super missiles to get through the lower path of Torvus Temple access, and we need Emerald to get the underground tunnel gate to bypass through Boost Guardian. So
Uh,
either we can get the elevator, but
Maker
we would have to
Mask
go out of
or
bounds.
Marker Mask does now have super missiles. It looks like, though.
Never mind, there goes everything I was just saying for 2 minutes.
K-Rar, I see you in chat trying to jinx everyone for Airy. Keep it up.
And Marker's Mask just destroyed Jump Guardian.
Prime bombs on Airy would
Hey,
be.
Reed, that's not nice, Reed. That's not nice.
I think that would be hilarious.
It would be pretty amazing. Oh, and Thardus is defeated, and that's Dark Ammo.
And now we have access into the rest of Phendrana Drifts. With no Spider Ball, Spicy is going to jump against this support here to basically slope jump his way up to that opening door, or that front door. And he did just that, and he's on his way out.
And one of my favorite tricks of all time is Jump Guardian Skip, as both Echo runners have pulled off successfully. Long story short, upon first entry of Judgment Pit, Jump Guardian's hitbox is immediately spawned in where the cutscene usually starts, in front of that little child statue. If we manage to get up on top of the statue or in that general vicinity, we can just straight up start firing at the hitbox and lowering Jump Guardian's health down to 1 hit point, start the fight, and, well, throw a lemon at Jump Guardian and destroy it with Citrus Overload.
It's amazing that both of the Echoes runners took vastly different routes, but still managed to come together for a split second to do Jump Guardian Skip, and then to immediately split ways again.
Echoes is just like that, with everything being connected with 3 different elevators in each area. And these rooms aren't huge. Each region's fairly confined, outside of Torvus being upper and lower, and Sanctuary being a headache. It's yeah, you never know what's going to happen, where your route might lead.
With that plasma beam in Spicy's possession, he's now going to be able to shred through the front half of Phendrana Drifts.
And if I was these Echoes runners, I would start making plans to do a warp to start and get our STK hints. Now that Seekers and Supers have been located.
That looks like a Prime 2 E-Tank on Talon Canyon, or on Phendrana Canyon, excuse me.
Talon Canyon, alrighty, that's a beautiful location.
It is a beautiful location. Doesn't have any items, though.
Oh, it doesn't? Oh, then why are we sitting here, then?
I said Phendrana Canyon, leave me alone.
No, you're in the commentator's booth. You deal with the commentator's curse. Every commentator from the past to the future will suffer from the commentator's curse, and you, my friend, have just experienced it.
It happens. I think it happens in any kind of commentating position, not just for Randovania.
Oh no, that's what I said. All commentators.
KR does
Oh,
bring up a good point that it is technically a Talon Canyon because it's
still
Talon
Talent
4.
4, yeah.
Yeah. So that is technically correct. The best kind of correct.
Oh, I know what you're referencing. How could you?
Who doesn't love
let's get
Futurama?
let's get back to our regularly scheduled programming. We are 55 minutes into this wonderful Randovania race, and it looks like we're just about to make a hint off of Mining Station Bravo, which tells us that this information is a major upgrade in Venomous Pond. That is huge for Marker's Mask and Storm, as that will
Ooh.
lead them right to Wave Beam.
Yes, it will. So he's probably making his way over there right now to get that
I,
upgrade for him, to get that wave beam, if he is able. He
I would
should be
say
able.
Mark has one of two options right now. Either option one, we go straight to we take the elevator off of Transit Station to go to Torvus Temple access. That gets us into Venomous Pond through the Dark Torvus portals, and we get Wave Beam. Or option two, we warp to start and go for STK hints now that we found Seekers.
Feisty is now in Chozo Ice Temple. He's going to go check the. This is incredible. We still don't have bombs, so we can't get the Chapel of the Elders, but he's going to be checking the frozen statue and
What
opening the way for Chapel of the Elders later, or maybe not.
what I found funny is Feisty attempted to go for that bomb slide and took him a few seconds to realize. It's like, oh, wait a second, I can't do this trick yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
Unless I'm sure there's some out of bounds he could do, but I imagine that'll probably take quite a bit of time.
and it looks like both Echoes high-five each other once again in Mining Station B using two different methods. Marker's Mask has gone for the standard route of finding Seekers and going through Mine Shaft. Meanwhile, Bra Incorporated has decided to go out of bounds in Central Mining Plaza with that sandworm from before, and
We
just out of bounds crawl.
Everyone in chat's now starting to be like, where are prime bombs? And coming up with the most absurd location for them. We've
Okay, you
seen
know what?
Airy, someone says GFMC ship.
Okay, ship is a lot nicer than Airy, okay? Except it's out
um,
of the way, and yet there's like no interest to go back to Temple
I,
Grounds
I
right
want to
now.
see prime bombs in Under Temple. I'm going to say it right now. I want to see them in Under Temple. But, no, Dark Oasis does not hold bombs. I don't remember what it holds, but it's not.
ETM.
It's ETM, so not Dark Oasis, unfortunately, KR.
Let's see. Well, since everyone else is saying it, if I had to put prime bombs somewhere, I'd throw them on Quadraxis.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I'd throw them on Quad.
How could
Or
you? Or
hey, someone recommended Airy earlier. Don't blame me for
KR,
this. They started
okay,
it.
you know what? I regret this. Now KR says Hive entrance. I apologize.
I don't.
It's obviously on Grapple Guardian.
That's not Grapple Guardian. What about Research Cave? That's how Research Core.
I mean, it is technically in a cave, so.
Okay,
Oh
you
my
know what? It's time
goodness.
to play my favorite game, Richard. You know what that is?
Ah.
Time to play Guess That Item Location.
Oh no. So we're trying to find out where our Prime 1 bombs and Spider Ball are in our Prime 2 screw attack. Is it progressive grapple?
No, it's separate.
They're
They are
separate.
separate.
Okay. There's a movement system in the Cursed Lake, apparently. I did not catch that.
That very well could be screw attack, but then again, it could be grapple beam.
Couldn't it also be gravity boost?
Yes, yes, it could. Nope, never mind. There's prime bombs
Where what? Where were they?
off of. Shoot, I
Oh,
forget these. It's not
Hazen
calling chamber.
Cliff.
It's hey,
Hazen
thank you,
Cliff.
Hazen Cliff.
Oh my goodness.
I was, I was
Hazen Cliff.
forgetting it's. They're both at the same time. Look at that. They're high fiving each other once again.
Is
Both
it
of these runners
high-fiving, or are
at
they just
Hazen
trying
Cliff.
to... Is it high-fiving, or are they just trying to slap each other?
I don't know what they're doing at this point. They just sent prime bombs at the same time.
Oh, well, that could help out Storm, although Faizy is still quite a bit ahead. Oh man, that does open up quite a bit for Prime.
Oh, hold on.
Oh,
That's a big thing. Feisty just sent over a Dark Torvis key.
uh-oh. Are we gonna be seeing our Chica soon?
It's only 1 out of 3.
Well,
What
still,
was that?
They could be right in a row.
I can't think of where that room was. It was where Prime Vanilla Supers are.
Oh,
It was the top of
Observatory.
Labs. Thank you. Yeah.
Now in what is it called? In why can't I think of the room name? Control Tower. They're going to knock down the tower and get that skip. And see
There's
what
another.
items
There's
in
the other
there.
Torvis key and Fen. That's 2.
Oh no! Research Corps has the third one. Is what I'm guessing. We have Phase on suit already, Krar. That was where was that? That wasn't in the tree, was it?
Phazon suit was on Cash B and Dark Torvis.
That's
the
right.
tree head Varia. And screw attack is in Torvis. The screw attack can be found up to 3 rooms away from Torvis map station. So that means screw attack is either it's not on Torvis Temple, it's not on Temple Access. It is it could be Torvis Lagoon, it could be Hall of Eyes. Or it could we already checked abandoned worksite. Yeah, those are the only 2 locations that could be Torvis Lagoon or Hall of Eyes.
Just a quick progress update for everybody watching. We have Faizy, who has everything but X-ray and thermal visors, and Ice Beam and Spider Ball, with 3 out of the 9 artifacts. And we have Storm, who has yet to get Spider Ball as well, or Wave Beam, or Plasma. So he's behind in that sense. And he also needs Phazon suits, and has 2 of the 9 artifacts. What do we have over on the Echo side, Marion?
Well, we have a lot of stuff happening, Frigid. Over on the Echo side with Bra Incorporated, we have all 3 beams. We are missing 1 Torvis key in order to get Chica for an artifact. We are still missing Dark Visor, which we don't need to leave Chica, but it would be extremely useful. So we are missing Dark Visor, a Torvis key. Gravity Boost would be nice, but not necessary. Boost Ball and Spider Ball. As for Marker's Mask, we are missing practically the entire same lineage, except we are missing all 3 Torvis keys. 2 of them are in Fendrana, which Feisty has found. Storm has not, as Storm has not gone through Fendrana Labs yet. So, and Screw Attack. Once we find Screw Attack, that'll be huge. Tacos increasing our out of bounds movement, allowing us to do a handful more tricks, getting us out of bounds easier, and allowing a lot more to be broken. But long story short, Screw Attack, Dark Visor, Fighter Ball, Boost Ball, and the Torvis keys. We're both runners.
Faizy's making his way back towards the front of Fendrana, where he's now going to be checking Chapel of the Elders, now that he has bombs.
right. So with that being said, that's your 1 hour rundown. Now it's time to take a look at each team and see what can we possibly do and where are we heading in the future. As far as Echoes go, we've mentioned it briefly before, but due to our equipment of having light suit, seeker missiles, super missiles, space jump, we have the ability to go get our STK hints, which will tell us where we really need to start focusing our attention towards. So that looks like Marker's Mask is going right for the gateway to get key hints. As for Broad Incorporated, I would suggest the same thing after doing some Sanctuary cleanup. Since we're already here in Sank, we might as well clean it up before moving on. Bridget, what can we expect from Prime today? What can we foresee in the near future?
Well, either racer is yet to go into Phazon Mines, but they both need Ice Beam to be able to go in there, which neither of them have found yet. The other thing for Storm, if he wants to get into mines, is that he also needs Wave Beam and then Plasma Beam for lower mines. If for whatever reason OP, Omega Pirate, is required, both races are also going to need X-Ray Visor. I would imagine the next logical step for Feisty is to head towards the back rooms of Chozo Ruins, towards Hall of the Elders, to take a look at Antechamber, and I think that's it. Antechamber is the only option. Otherwise, the other option would be to go for... oh no, never mind. He also needs Ice Beam to get into the crashed frigate. So, it kind of looks like Prime's progress is hinging on Ice Beam. Which could be found at any time.
And I just want to point in here, we do have a major development. Over with Bra Incorporated, all 3 Torvus keys have been located. The key in Sanctuary was found on Cat West. So Bra does have everything needed in order to fight Chica and get that artifact. The only downside is Chica does have invisible platforms to leave. So if Bra is comfortable with invisible platforms, we're okay. If not, Dark Visor would be extremely necessary.
Seeing as how both racers have done out-of-bounds movement for this race, I would not be surprised if he went straight for Chica.
That makes sense. Yeah, I would personally, I'd leave Chica alone right now, and I would get STK. I would get STK hints immediately. Although, based on where we are in Sanctuary, we have Cobalt. We could check Sank map, and then use that save station for a warp to start. So we get a little bit more cleanup done before going towards hints.
Feisty now back in Talon Overworld. Looks like he's heading towards the main plaza elevator for Chozo Ruins.
And it looks like Marker's Mask has opened up the way to Torvus Lagoon, and we'll be heading there immediately. So this will get us definitive information on where Screw Attack is.
We have Storm, who's now making his way towards Chapel of the Elders, where he'll be... Oh, wait. What's he doing? I've never seen anybody do that before. He'll be going into the Chapel of the Elders, realize that it's a missile expansion, and then he'll be making his way out. He does not have Plasma Beam, so he cannot check the statue, which was a Prime 2 E-Tank.
And we have and Poison Bog's in cache does contain a missile related upgrade, which we know at this point to be absolutely useless.
There's that teasing artifact in Ruined Fountain once again, where we still need Spider Ball for. Oh no, I think Feizy's making his way up to... Okay, not. He's not. I thought for a second he was going to go for Flagra, but not the case. He is indeed making his way towards the back rooms of Chozo.
That's not screw attack. Okay, I don't know how to count. Oh, no, 3 rooms up to 3 rooms away. Okay, that could be Torvis Plaza access then. No, it was screw attack? Oh, great, I don't know how to look at items then. Oh, wow, look at that. No, it can't be Plaza access because that's 4 rooms away. I was right. Why am I double crossing myself?
Happens to the best of us, don't worry.
It has to be. What? Oh, I'm going crazy.
When you're trying to look at 4 screens at the same time, anybody would go crazy.
Yep, that's fair.
And commentate on
Yeah.
it as well.
But as long as we have fun, that's all that matters.
One key difference between Brut Incorporated and Marker Mask. Oh no! What? They do have Echo Visor now. Both of them have Echo Visor. Storm must have done the out of bounds at some point. Echo Visor was located inside of Arbor Chamber, which Feisty had gotten at supremely early.
Ice beam.
Ice Beam and Furnace.
Huh. That's a heck of a place to keep your cold weapon in the middle of a furnace.
Hey, it's to make sure that it doesn't. Make sure that it doesn't cause any problems.
Ah, yes. Let me put this weapon made of complete dry ice in a furnace.
It's dry ice.
Well, I mean, you see how cold that ice beam gets? What kind of ice would you expect to be in there? Come on.
It could be nitrogen.
What? Just pour liquid nitrogen into a beam?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that'd be cool as hell. Excuse me.
That'd be pretty. What? Is it pun not intended? Hey, look, a ball upgrade. Hey, look, a cannonball.
Oh no.
Oh wait. Oh wait. Oh, that's huge.
Oh, that is huge because that could obliterate Chica.
Absolutely. So it depends on if bro wants cannonball now.
And both runners are in communication with each other, correct?
Yes. Yes, all teams are in communication.
I'm sure they are communicating with each other. So Feisty looks like he's going for the cannonball right now.
That's great. Now, what is cannonball? Well, cannonball's not really an item. More or less, it's a state.
And it's not even a state that is in the main game of Metroid Prime 2. It is a pickup you can get within the multiplayer.
Yeah, well, we got a Flagra fight, so that's going to be interesting in just a few minutes. We're going to skip the entire Flagra fight. Frigid, why does this work for Prime?
You see, those vines that Storm is jumping over to are semi-standable. Their stand box is kind of temperamental at times, but you're able to stand on top of it and drop a bomb next to the bomb slot, which you don't necessarily... Oh my goodness!
There's a spider ball at Flagra.
That changes things. That changes things a little bit. So now,
I would say so, yes.
Now Storm is going to hit the spider ball track, go down a little bit, well, go down all the way, come back up, and then go back into Sun Chamber to where the ghost will spawn. And there he goes.
And it looks like Bruh's having a hard time trying to get on top of this piston for the spider track. I'm not entirely sure why we're doing this, although this could be to get a dash across for the door to lead into main research, or we're doing this to avoid Cat West entirely.
That's Dark Visor. That's Dark Visor in Hall of the Elders.
That's huge. That saves us all the trouble in Chica then.
So now I imagine Bruh is probably going to make, well, maybe not make a beeline quite yet, but if he sees himself in Torvis in the near future, that'll probably be one of the first things he takes care of.
Yeah, right now Bruh's just trying to stand on top of this piston so that he can get a standable. as we don't have screw attack to really take advantage of this right now.
Mm-hmm.
Although oh no, bruh can't. Bruh has one of two options. Either A, we lose Cannonball and go up Cat West, or B, we try to land on this little piston, stand on top of it, and dash across to the other side of the room.
Early
As
Wild held missile expansion for Prime 2. Nothing earth-shattering, but the Spider Ball was the more important item of the two. And now that leaves that artifact open for Storm to collect, free of charge, and Feisty is making his way out of Chozo Ruins, which could cost him now. It just depends on how confident he is without Spider Ball. Which, technically, you don't need for a lot of it. There's one part in Phazon Mines I would be interested to see if he is able to get past it.
well, this comes down to need and want.
It
And here we
does.
go. Here's that artifact you were talking about earlier, Frigid, with the geyser and the spider track.
Yes. And as I said earlier, there is a way to get that artifact or get that check without need of that fountain. But since since Flagra has been dealt with already, they're just going to use the fountain to their advantage instead of deal with the standables, which is fair. Feisty is now tearing open the Life Grove tunnel. I'm trying to do the trick with the Morph Ball jump. Powerbomb expansion for Bruh.
Oh, speaking of bruh, he just got on top of the piston. He's got the standable that he needs. Now for part 2, he's got to try to jump across the track and go to that blue door.
Missile expansion on X-Ray Visor for Feisty, and now he's tearing open the artifact hiding place for another missile expansion.
Oh no.
What's going on?
Echo's boost ball has been located, but it's locked behind Echo's spider ball.
Oh,
It's in Sank Transit Station for Echo's boost ball, but
yeah,
Spider Ball isn't really required to get it, but it would make the exit that much easier.
it really would. Feisty is trying to do gate skip in Great Tree Chamber now. Oh,
He's
and
already
he's
got
out.
it. He's already got bar skip. Look at that.
Now he's going to be doing frigate backwards. Surprised he's not going for mines. He's right there. Or maybe he does need that spider ball. Gravity boost sent to Bruh on Hat.
That's a great place for gravity boost. Put it under the water and frigate.
And that just makes Torvis that much more of a
Of a breeze.
of a breeze.
Yes, gravity boost, while it's not really necessary to go through Torvis,
It makes
gravity
things a lot
boost
more.
is...
It makes things a
Yeah.
lot more appealing.
Yeah, gravity boost is only hard required for 2 locations: Transit Tunnel South and Transit Tunnel West or East. I always get the names backwards. But both the transit tunnels hard require gravity boost, unless you do an out of bounds, which is a little difficult to say the least, as you're
Feisty
trying to
just
do out of
picked up.
bounds underwater.
Feisty just picked up Artifact of Truth on Biohazard Containment. That brings him up to 4 artifacts out of 9. And Storm has 3 out of 9. Now the big differences between them are Storm has Spider Ball, where Feisty does not. And Feisty has Wave Beam and Plasma Beam, where Storm does not. And also Phazon Suits. So it'll become a race of who can find that wave beam for Maker Mask, and if when Feisty comes back to fight Flagra.
Oh, I'm just. You know what? You know something? Frigid Delta just made a great point in chat.
What's that?
We have
Oh,
confirmation that Echo's screw attack is on Torvus Lagoon. Now, normally Torvus Lagoon has two methods to get the item. Number one, you use gravity boost and float across the gap. Or two, you do air underwater, but the problem is air underwater requires screw
screw
attack, so
attack.
you can't do that trick.
So it
So
is hard required. Wow.
you need gravity boost from under Crash Frigate to get the screw attack off a lagoon. What kind of backwards logic is that? Oh, it's just
KRR, we do
terrible.
not have STK hints yet. Neither racer has made it to the Sky Temple Gateway yet.
No, but Bruh's about to go there.
So we'll see them soon. Very soon. One of them being on oh,
War
which room
Ritual
is that?
grounds. War Ritual.
War Ritual. I always get those three rooms mixed up.
Don't worry, I do as well. You're fine.
Spicy's now making a mad dash back to Choza Ruins by way of the wait, no, that's not. Yeah, no, that is Choza Ruins. By way of the Crash Frigate elevator.
And real quick, STKs looking at main gyro chamber. Elite research. Phazon mining tunnel.
Oh.
So that's a required Phazon suit.
That Feisty has, and Storm does not.
Elite control access.
Boombox, love to see it.
Corvus Gathering Hall. And Torvus Abandoned Work Site, which we found earlier off of Marker's Mask. Okay, so that's bad. That's really bad.
We love to see PMT, everybody.
And for all of you in chat, real quick, your artifacts and SDKs are posted below. They are. That's all the rooms that we need to get minimum.
Spicy has decided to backtrack to the Great Tree Chamber, where he's now beelining it to Phazon Mines to try and get those artifacts. The only problem is I do not believe lower mines are allowed backwards.
Let me double check. I believe they are. I have the settings list here. Give me 30 seconds.
If it is allowed backwards, then Spider Ball is not completely required.
Oh, as far as the game changes for logic, upper mines backwards is permitted, but the logic chain does not count lower mines backwards.
Oh no, so he has to go the vanilla way to get the PMT, which in that case he has to jump over that spider ball track. If that is possible, I don't remember if it is or not. So we're going to see just how knowledgeable he is. And that is...
there's Emerald.
That's Emerald on Main Quarry. That'll help with Torvus a little bit.
Yeah, I'd say so. And it's been my experience. I don't know if anyone else has, but I'd say 80% of the time, your Emerald translator hints are always the game-changing ones.
KR says, I think he was responding to me. He says, it is, but very bad. I think he's referring to that spider ball track skip in MQA. uh, that Feisty is going to have to go through to get to PMT.
And an hour and 25 minutes in, Bruh has located and acquired the screw attack off of Lagoon, which is hard required behind gravity boost. And here's your first Emerald Translator hint, which tells you that Amorbus is guarding a missile expansion.
Amorbus is dead.
And it has also been found that Echo's grapple beam was the movement system hint on a cursed lake.
Okay. So we still have no idea where... Oh, no, we have screw attack now.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
Echoes does have screw attack.
All right.
And Marker's Mask is going right for Gateway as well. That'll get the key information.
Storm has made his way into Life Grove and tearing everything open, as you tend to do in Life Grove. Feisty, having made his way into ore processing,
What?
but now making his way back down waste disposal. I'm not entirely sure what he's doing. He might be going through mine security station to... He might be trying to check everything to see if Spider Ball is on the way. But, as we all know, Spider Ball is on Flagra. So this could potentially slow him down a decent bit.
And I'm a little confused on why Marker's Mask did not go towards Gateway just now. Marker's Mask was at War Ritual Grounds. And he does have Seekers and Supers. He has everything he needs for Gateway. I'm confused on why he didn't go right for it.
Why is he now fighting his way through Mine Security Station and making his way, I would imagine, towards Elite Control. Or Elite Research, excuse me. So we'll see what Phil has, if it's anything major. Which I suppose, in this case, even if lower mines was allowed, Feisty couldn't get back through there because he does not have X-ray visor, which is hard required to fight Omega Pirate.
I do want to say one thing. I mean, lower mines backwards, can you do it? Yes. I mean, if Feisty has the knowledge and ability to do it, by all means, go for it. It's just the logic chain won't consider it.
Well, the thing is with the logic chain as well, unless you do an out-of-bounds skip, you cannot get past the gate that's in Processing Center access right after Elite Quarters.
Oh, so you're just stuck then.
You are stuck.
That makes much more sense. And it's important to note, Wave Buster has been located, so that'd be great.
Wave Buster is on Phil, right?
Right. And
so
number 2, Mark has found Screw Attack.
Mm-hmm. Wave Buster is such a fun item to use. It's honestly, I find it to be just as fun to use, if not more so, than super missiles.
Yeah, you're just firing this big old purple beam of electricity at your enemy.
It's not even a beam, it's more like a tentacle.
It's just a big old beam of lightning or something. It's just pure electricity.
And it's really fun to use on Meta Ridley because that just locks onto his weak point, stuns him instantly, and allows you to just shred through his health when he's on the ground. And if you combine that with the boost ball skip, then Meta Ridley becomes somewhat of a joke. That's the next SDK for Bruh. So now he is up to 3 SDKs, and we have 5 artifacts for Feisty. We have 4 artifacts on Storm and 2 SDKs for Marker Mask. Charged Annihilator shocks the pirates in Sank entrance. I did not know that, K-Rar.
Oh, Wave Beam has been found for Storm. Marker Mask has finally gone over to Venomous Pond.
He still needs, or no, he has Ice Beam now too, so he could go down into mines now if he wanted to. But considering that PMT is hard required, he might forego that until he finds Plasma and Phazon suits. Which I wouldn't blame him if he did.
Well, it's either that, or you hope Storm can find, or you hope a lot of energy tanks can. Well, never mind. There's Phazon suit because Markers is right behind Cash B.
Yep. Spicy just ripped open Boombox, and that's another STK for Bruh.
Oh, that'd be pretty interesting. You know, powering your boombox with a big old temple key. I imagine the energy output.
You never know with the Luminos. They could have something of power that honestly doesn't have that much output, or it could just be a small artifact that has nuclear reactor levels of power. We don't know.
Anything's possible.
These spacefarers have quite interesting technology.
And as far as interesting goes, it looks like Avok's hint off of Torvus Temple told us where our progressive suit was in Aegon, which we've already located.
Yes, we have. Spicy just about to enter Central Dynamo now, as he's tearing down this elite pirate that spawns after you collect Plasma Beam. Now he has to fight the invisible drone, which he hits with a super missile right away. That is amazing.
Ah, yes. I mean, I might not be able to see you, but this super missile will still hurt you regardless.
Spicy is doubling down on doing this. If he... Oh, never mind. Is he collecting... He's just skipping Central Dynamo, which, as long as he skips the Spider Ball track successfully, will not impose any difficulties. If for whatever reason he has to go back through Central Dynamo now, that will softlock him.
Well, let's hope we don't get a softlock.
Especially since I don't know when the last time Feisty saved is.
But it's important information. Echo's Spider Ball has been located on Torvus Grove.
Ooh.
So Bra Incorporated now has their Spider Ball. That gets us immediate access to the Boost Ball over in Sanctuary Transit Station.
Feisty is now in the room in question, MQA, Metroid Quarantine A. The first thing he has to do is he has to jump over or onto the invisible platforms without X-ray visor, which is simple enough. You just shoot the platforms, or you shoot the beams around. You shoot your beam around to locate the invisible platform, and then kind of jump onto it. The more difficult part is having to get over the Spider Ball track, because that's at an angle, and you can't reach it with normal space jump. So I have never seen the skip for this, but Kbar did confirm it is possible. So we might see that trick pulled off by Feisty. If anybody can pull it off, I would imagine he could. And
I'm surprised Feisty just sidestepped that energy tank. Oh, that's why he used it for a scan point. That's smart.
Oh, he kind of has to. Oh, man. And you only have so much scanning room until that thing is just very hard to use. As we prepare for Feisty to jump again, it looks like Storm is on his way to Phendrana Drifts by way of the Quarantine Cave elevator, so he's about to find Plasma Beam on Cumon. Feisty again performing the dash, and he does it successfully!
Hey, congratulations.
So he's made it into lower mines now. And from here, it should be smooth sailing. He did not need Spider Ball to complete this seed.
Alrighty, and the other side of your team, it looks like Storm has just found Plasma Beam. And it's going right for Thardus. Are we going to fight Thardus or just bypass Quarantine Cave?
Bypassing Quarantine Cave, it looks like.
Alrighty, we are not going to fight Thardus for a second time. We're going to keep on moving deeper into Phendrana. And thanks to our handy-dandy Plasma Beam, we've got a lot of checks open to us now.
I don't know if Farfen has any super important checks or not. I could have the 2 visors.
Well, as
Now
fair as
we-
right now, we are still missing Thermal and X-Ray.
Yes, for both racers. Feisty has made his way into PMT, so he's about to get that SDK for Bruh. That will put him up to 7 of the 9 keys. And Bruh still needs to go fight Chica for one of Feisty's artifacts.
But before we fight Chica, we're going to say hello to our friendly neighborhood Boost Guardian and try to end this fight quickly with a power bomb. Can we do it properly?
Well, at least our neighborhood Boost Guardian. I'm not so sure friendly applies, but I digress.
that was pretty good timing. Boost Guardian had 1 hit point left from the power bomb. It just barely missed. So Bruh fired a lemon and Boost Guardian went down. That was pretty good.
Death by Citrus.
Yep. And finally, Marker's Mask has gone to Sky Temple Gateway. He is just about to receive their STK hints. And he's going to realize how terrible these locations are. As once again, your STKs today include the following. Main Gyro Chamber, which is required Echo, which we have. And Annihilator. Elite Research.
In which you'll need Ice Beam and Wave Beam, which both racers have now.
Phazon Mining Tunnel.
Which requires Phazon Suit, that both racers have, and Feisty has collected both Elite Research and PMT.
Elite Control Access.
She'll need Ice Beam and Wave Beam for. And everything else.
Corvus Gathering Hall, which we have a freebie for. We just need power bombs. Actually, no, we don't need power bombs. We just need space jump and crew attack.
Storm entering Gravity Chamber now. That looks like Thermal Visor on the ledge, and indeed it is. Thermal Visor on the ledge, and on Gravity Suit doesn't look like anything important.
Nope, but here we go for our first Chica fight of the race.
Whew.
You know, I will say, as a kid, Chica always gave me the most headaches.
I think it gave everybody the most headaches with it the first time around.
Yeah, do you say it Chica or Chica? How do you pronounce that Y?
As a kid, I always used to pronounce it Chica.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but I have, like, coming into the community, I have started pronouncing it as Chica. Because that is 1 Y with 2 Ks, so I don't imagine it being, like, a sort of E sound. Like, I watched a video earlier today where some people pronounced it off of, or making reference to Kashyyyk from Star Wars. Where Kashyyyk has 3 Ys right in a row in its name. But I still believe, but at least to me, it's pronounced Chica. I'm not gonna come down on anybody for however they want to pronounce it. They could pronounce it. They could call it something else entirely and still mean that same boss, and I'd be a-okay with it.
Great, because I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it Dad right now.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah, the fight's over. So for the Chica fight, there's two things to note for it. Number one, your Chica larva stage. The best way that we have to fight it is with light beam at the start to use as a spreader to deal more damage, and just spam it with dark beam and missiles once it comes out of the water. Yeah, we almost had the one cycle. It's a little tricky to pull off, but we were close enough. Now for Chica Adult. Uh, for some reason, Chica Adult has a feature where it can take damage from Cannonball, and I can only suspect that as Chica Adult is sort of technically a War Wasp, and War Wasps do take damage from Cannonball, so that could be why. But regardless, using Cannonball deals 500,000 hit points of damage per successful frame. So
Along,
Cannonball plus Chica Adult, the fight instantly ends. It's too
and
much
then you
damage.
add, double damage into the mix.
So that's about 1,000,000 hit points of damage.
You'll love to see it.
Absolutely. And I do want to point out over in chat, it looks like TGC has joined us with a party of two. TGC is the one who generated today's race for us. So if you have any comments about it, he's here to take them.
And now Storm has found the first Torvus Temple key for Marker Mask. I forget where the other two were. One was on Observatory.
Yeah, the one was here in labs.
Yes.
Yeah, both of the Fendrana keys were here in labs.
Where was the last Torvus key at? I forget. Wasn't it in Echoes somewhere?
Yeah, it's all the way in Sanctuary of Cat West.
Oh, yes.
It's all the way back in Sanctuary. And looks like Bruz decided to fight Grapple Guardian, and this fight is almost over thanks to Light Beam and double damage.
Ugh. I always was confused on why it was required to scan Grapple Guardian for him to actually activate. I never understood that.
To the best of my knowledge, it could be just for the weak point to become targetable. And without that lock-on point, you can't really deal damage properly to that weak point.
No, from what I remember, you're able to lock onto that point. He's just unable to be stunned. Like he literally does. His eye does not glow until you scan him.
And unfortunately, we're gonna need someone a little bit more experienced with the technical side of Echoes than I am. That one's a little bit above my knowledge. Sorry.
That's A-okay. I'm not the most knowledgeable of Prime. I didn't know that MQA spider track could be skipped. That's probably a trick I'm not going to be able to perform for quite a while.
I'm gonna give you a month to figure it out. That's how much time you get.
What exactly happens if I fail to do that within a month?
Oh, then I'll just force you to come into the commentator's booth again.
I came here of my own volition, and I'll do it again.
Okay, well, I guess we'll see you We'll see you tomorrow then. Regardless, moving on. Looks like we've got the knowledge for our Dark Aegon keys, which we don't need, as both of those items are not of use, and the information for Dungeon, which we can get, but it does not appear to be useful. And here we have Marker's Mask going to Torvus Energy Controller. We're going to say hello to Avok, and we're just going to walk right out.
We've got Feisty now in Farfen. He's at Fendrana's Edge right now. If he completes the loop, as I'm sure he probably will, he'll find Thermal Visor. I'm not sure if he has any other artifacts or keys to collect. I think the rest are in Bruz's game. So Feisty's just making sure everything is collected at this point. Storm just took an elevator to Magmore Caverns. He has all beams now, so he could very well go down into phase on mines now if he so wanted to. He has Spider Ball to do it. Um, he doesn't have to make the same trick. But no, he's going back up into Phendrana Drifts. Looks like he just used that save station for a quick save, quick heal, and he's going to continue with the front half of Phendrana Drifts.
You never know when a safety save will come in use.
Very true, very true. And now he's going back down to the Magmore Caverns.
And it looks like Bruh's going to skip this entire Gathering Hall puzzle by just jumping to the last section of it and forgoing the entire first half of the spider track.
Sonic Boom on Hydro Chamber, main Hydro Chamber.
Hydro Dynamo Station.
There you go. Those three rooms confuse me as well.
Hydro Dynamo's the main station. Hydro Chamber is Alpha Blog.
Gotcha.
Which nobody likes. I'm sorry. I've not met one person who likes to go with that Alpha Blog fight.
In that same video I was watching earlier, they were doing rankings on the Prime 2 bosses. Alpha Blog was comfortably seated at last.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I agree. And Bruh just found the information for what Chica has. Granted, we found it earlier, but now we have the official hint.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like Marker's Mask is going over to the vault side of Sanctuary, thanks to the lower Torvus elevator. This works beautifully, as this will allow Marker's Mask to get Cat West, get the last Torvus key, and now here's where the difference happens. Do you A, go back and fight Chica to get the key, or B, do you continue through Sanctuary? Personally, I'd say go through Sanctuary, as you have a lot to do here. You know, you can always come back to Chica later.
Mm-hmm. And especially if this is his first contact with Sanctuary, he's got a lot to do here.
Yeah, we've got a new main gyro chamber. We have to do Sentinel's Path. We've
Oh,
got
and
to
he
say
doesn't
hello to
have
Uldir.
he doesn't have Spider or Boost Ball, so he can't. Well, he doesn't have Boost Ball, so he can't get Spider Ball, or vice versa. He doesn't have Spider Ball, so he can't get Boost Ball.
Well, you can. It's just a little difficult to get out of.
True. Storm on his way down into Phase on Mines. He's currently in Vent Shaft. He's going to make his way down into the lower mines here very shortly to collect that that key, that SDK. Sorry, brain fart.
Collect that brr. Alrighty, that's a great item name. We'll put it for the book.
And just a quick update on keys. We have Feisty at 6 artifacts and Bruh at 8 STKs. And then we have Storm at 7 artifacts and Marker Mask at 3 STKs. It's a little bit of variance here, but I still give the edge comfortably to Feisty and Bruh.
I agree, just based on the fact Markers has a lot of ground to cover, and I keep adding an S to that name. It's not Markers, it's Marker.
I'm sure he won't mind.
English is a great language to try to learn.
And you're saying that as your first language.
Hey, doesn't mean I'm good at it, okay? Doesn't mean I'm good.
Oh, we forgot that one artifact is hard required, or the Spider Ball is hard required for that artifact in Ruined Fountain. So he might be trying to climb up now into Ruined Fountain.
Didn't Feisty already get Ruined Fountain?
No. He doesn't have Spider Ball. Spider Ball is hard required for that.
Oh, you're right. Storm was the one who did Ruined Fountain.
Yes.
You're right.
Feisty with a successful scan skip for that gate. And he's on his way to fight Flagra.
Well, the good thing about that is Spider Ball's on Flagra, so that'll help the Fountain artifact.
Mm-hmm. And for those of you that are tuning in now and just missed it a little bit ago, Feisty was able to collect the PMT key by doing a skip in MQA with using the collectible there as a scan point for a dash. Beautifully done on the second attempt, might I add.
And here we go, fighting the wonderful Flagra. Not sure what's wonderful about it.
The name, mostly.
That's fair. It is a good name to say.
Flagra getting a little in Feisty's face here.
Well, I mean, you have a giant plant monster sitting comfortably in its chambers, and you just come walking in like you own the place.
Hey, I don't...
What?
I like Flint, Michigan just as much as the next person, but that doesn't mean I
I
want to drink
wasn't
their
going
water.
there. I wasn't going there at all. I don't think we can use that.
Can we not? Oh no!
I don't think we can make that reference.
Can we not? I'm sorry. Don't ban me, please.
I don't know.
Well, I'm sure I'll be contacted shortly.
This is why we can't have nice things when you're in the booth. I'm sorry.
Oh, well.
It just shows we're all having fun, having a good time.
This is true. Alright, now that Feisty has Spider Ball, he's able to make his way out of there, and it doesn't matter if he goes back to fight the ghosts in Sun Chamber again. There's nothing important there, so he's going to loop back around, make his way back over to Ruin Fountain, and get that artifact that he so richly needs. As of right now, Storm has 8 of the 9 artifacts, and only needs 1 more to make his way to Artifact Temple to fight Meta Ridley.
Oh, so this is going to come down to who can get their remaining artifacts and keys faster. Let's take a step back and look at everything as you were just doing. Storm has the advantage in artifacts, 8-6 over Feisty. But on the flip side, Bra has 8 keys, only missing 1, compared to Marker missing 3, as he's only at 5, or missing 4. Sorry. And the thing with Mark still has to defeat Chica. That's a few-minute boss fight.
That it is, and that is the last artifact that Storm needs. So it comes down to what, I forget where all the locations are. What is the last STK for Bra, and what are the last 2 artifacts for Feisty?
Well, let me pull out my handy-dandy notepad here. Let's take a look. As far as artifacts go, Storm is missing the one off of Chica. You are correct. As for Mark, we are missing, let's see.
He's missing 4 of them.
I believe we're still missing Sentinel's Path. Possibly missing Torvis Gathering Hall, so that's 2. Main Gyro Chamber makes 3. And there's one other one hiding somewhere. I want to say Abandoned Worksite.
Feisty's now in Watery Hall, just collected the artifact of Chozo. That puts him up to 8 artifacts, tied with Storm. There is only 1 remaining for him now.
I want to say what's Feisty missing. Let's see. Nope, we got that one.
It might be the same one.
Sank Energy. Sank. Yep, we forgot O'Lear.
It'll probably be the same one then that Storm needs, if I'm correct on that.
No, Mark still has to defeat Chica. That's got an artifact.
You're right.
Marker has to do Chica. Brud just got
and
the
that's
last
Sank
artifact.
Energy. Just as we're saying it, Feisty now has all 9 artifacts. He can go fight Meta Ridley now, so long as everything is collected that they need, which they
Brad's
might...
only missing 1 key. and I believe it's main gyro chamber,
Hmm.
which Bruh has everything has everything to get it.
So I think Feisty and Bruh are in a great spot to make a run for the end of the game now.
They're comfortably in go mode, yes. Oh no, Marker's realizing that he doesn't have boost ball to make a shortcut.
Oh no.
And he didn't. I don't think he did the first part of the main gyro chamber puzzle, which would allow a walkway through the perimeter of the
No.
gyro.
He has to
Meaning, in
go
order for
all the
Mark
way
to,
around.
yeah, if Mark wants to go to spider side of Sank, he's got to go all the way back through vault side.
Oh.
He's got to go back down Cat West and go all the way across to Hall of Combat Mastery.
Oh no.
And the problem, he can't get has to get boost ball off a transit station. He's in the area to get it, but it's a matter of does he want to do the screw attack method. But I'm gonna stay silent as here comes the Meta Ridley fight.
Yes,
And for some reason that did not transfer over.
Fighting Meta. With 100 missiles and it looks like 9 or 8. 8? That's kind of hard to count with a small screen. I think 8 or 9 E-tanks. It's going to be a comfortable fight.
And I'm entirely wrong, as Storm just sent Cannonball to Marker. That gives a mock boost ball, so never mind. Yep.
Oh, I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah, I'll cover it after the fight, but let's take a minute here to relish in this Meta Ridley battle music.
We all love Meta Ridley.
Yep, and now we're gonna stub its big toe with a boost ball. Oh, I think Feisty might have missed. Nope, he got it. He got it.
He got it. It's hard to tell sometimes. Now he's going to go for the
Richard,
quick
you'll
missiles.
know more on this than I do. For what reason are we trying to throw a boost ball at Meta Ridley's toe?
There was some weird oversight from the developers where, for some reason, Meta Ridley is super vulnerable to boost ball. Whereas it doesn't really do any damage at all in any other places. But to Meta Ridley, it is game changing. Like, it just destroys 2/3 of his health. And then couple that with the fact that after you stun him, you just spam missiles at him, it becomes a pretty laughable boss fight.
Yeah, that was a clean Meta Ridley fight.
Very, very clean. Pisces now an impact crater, the final area of the game, making his way towards the final fight. I believe Bruh's doing the same, as he has now all 9 SDKs and making his way for the Sky Temple.
Yes, indeed. Well, Bruh's got a little bit of distance to cover, so let's go ahead and focus. On the other hand, though, with Storm and Marker Mask, unfortunately, Storm has one artifact left, which is in Marker's game on Dark Torvus Temple. Unfortunately, that's a little bit of a walk away. That's at least a few minute wait. And Mark is still missing 4 STKs scattered across Phazon Mines, PMT, and other locations. Unfortunately, I'd say it's solid with Feisty and Bruh as the victors in this race.
Mm-hmm.
Unless something major happens.
I don't want to say anything on that matter, so I'm not even going to humor any thoughts. Feisty, with a very well executed room climb in Phazon Core, made quick time of that, getting to Metroid Prime Exo.
Is there anything important we should know about the Exo fight, Richard?
Charge combos are going to be, or at least Super Missile and Ice Spreader are going to be key here, with dealing damage to him, especially after the first phase of the fight. Ice Spreader instantly hurts Metroid Prime and makes him charge across the room. during that charge, there is a couple windows of opportunity to land another ice spreader after, like during the charge and directly after while he's turning around, which Feisty executed the latter of it, and now is on the third phase of that level. And with that well-placed super missile, he's onto the next floor. And then we have Bruh, who is just coming into Sanctum now.
Yes, indeed. We're going for the Emperor Ring. This is a 3-phase fight. Phase number 1, we're going to use Annihilator Beam to destroy the tendrils. And then, thanks to double damage, we can spam fire Annihilator at the core. Instantly goes to phase 2, which will allow us to roll onto the exoskeleton and blow up the pods with power bombs and or regular bombs. We're trying to get 4 pods per 1 power bomb to try to get this in a 3 cycle. There's a total of 11 on this exoskeleton.
I also want to point out as well, Feisty launched an Ice Spreader at Metroid Prime and hit it just as it changed vulnerabilities, but the Ice Spreader stuck amazingly.
Oh, it's beautiful. And it looks like Bruh's going for Emperor Ring 3. Now, just as there was an oversight with Metroid Prime, there was something similar to the Emperor Ring 3 final fight. Now, instead of an oversight, there was meant to be an additional phase where you had to destroy some armor with Screw Attack. Now, the armor phase got scrapped, but the hitbox for it stayed in the game itself. And since the hitbox is still there, Emperor Ring can still be damaged by that Screw Attack.
We're coming up on time for both racers here, for Feisty and Bruh. Bruh's probably going to make time first, considering that Emperor Ing is already dead and is now on his way to fight Dark Samus. Feisty is close to beating Exo. He only has one more little bit of health to destroy before he switches into Exo. Except this little bit of damage also comes with Metroid Prime throwing a tantrum every 5 seconds.
There it goes.
There it is, and now we have DS3 and 4.
Yeah, Bruh's attempting to get Dark Samus 4 skip. What we're trying to do is, for Dark Samus 3, we fired a specific amount of damage to force Dark Samus into her last phase, and we're trying to get her into a solid stun lock, preventing her from entering the center of the room. Once she enters the center, that starts the final phase. Regardless, we got the stun lock. Dark Samus is defeated.
And time for Bruh, with a beautiful time of 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 10 seconds. And now we have Feisty, who is pulling off really difficult thing to pull off without X-ray visor. What you're supposed to do for this fight is you're supposed to stand in that phazon pool and shoot at Metroid Prime with your hyper beam. There's something that you're supposed to do for speedrunning that I'll get into in a little bit. But without the proper visor that Metroid Prime switches into, you have to try and locate him with your scan visor, switch to combat visor, and try to deal with him that way, which often leads to a lot of missed shots, unfortunately. But now we have... But now Feisty has switched over to Thermal Visor and is able to locate Metroid Prime easily. And what he's doing here is he's rapidly moving in and out of the puzzle, allowing him to rapidly shoot the Phazon Beam. And this kind of stun locks Metroid Prime in a way to where it forces him to skip his animation, which fast forwards him to making another Phazon pool, plus dealing more damage. On the other side of the race here, Marker is up to 8 SDKs, while Storm is still waiting for that Chica artifact.
Oh, and sadly, Marker is doing the Spider Guardian fight.
Oh no. We're coming up on time for Feisty.
I can only imagine Marker's trying to find Spider Ball. And unfortunately, it's all the way back in Torvis.
Feisty doing a beautiful job of jumping in and out of that pool, dealing just a little bit of damage at a time. But weirdly
That's
enough,
time.
that is time. Metroid Prime Essence is down, and Feisty finishes with a time of 2 hours, 4 minutes, and 28 seconds. Very close finish for both of those racers.
Yes, indeed. That was complete. Now, I do want to mention real quick, we have multiple teams running in today's Cross Game Cup. We're only able to stream 2 teams with Speed Gaming. As for the other teams, it looks like the team of Baja and TGC came out first. Nye and Bra were second. Nope. Nye finished, but his partner is still going. So Bra and Feisty are the second team to complete it.
Congratulations. Second is great for CGC.
It looks like Baja and TGC finished with 134 and 135 respectively.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they were flying.
That's insane.
So looks like the X-ray visor was somewhere in Sanctuary. Well, that's not good.
They did just fine without it.
Oh yeah, that was beautiful. So with that being said, we are currently waiting on the bot to
KR, why are
send
you
out
still rooting for Airy?
We are still waiting for the bot to send out the invite to the completed team. Meanwhile, Storm and Marker have decided to continue going forward. They are not forfeiting, which I respect. We're going to see this race to the end.
Mad respect for both racers in that regard. Yes, these races can be frustrating, and at the same time, even if someone does drop out of a race, that is completely understandable.
Oh, I remember my first race. It lasted a half hour. It didn't last long.
How many
But
teams do we have today on the race, Marion?
Let me see. We have a total of 5 teams, it looks like. 5 teams together, so we have 10 individual racers. It looks like Baja and TGC with Team Orange versus Green. Bra Incorporated and Feisty with the Perfect Brigade. Nye and Jay with Last Sentinels. Cat Human and Jungle with Bonsai Hot Dogs. That's an interesting name. And
X-ray with a watch station. Oh my gosh.
And then Storm and Marker with the Cute Party. That's their team name.
I love it.
It's nice. All these names are nice. It has a little bit of special. Each name is special.
Taking just another look over at Feisty and Bra, we can take a look at their in-game time. In-game time for Echoes of 1:37, and for Prime we have 1 hour and 30 minutes. Well done.
And we'll say that it looks like Jay has just finished. So Last Sentinels have also completed their team race. And unfortunately, due to the lack of Spider Ball, Marker's Mask is having a hard time trying to get out of Spider Guardian, which is Dynamo Works. Unfortunately, due to the lack of Spider Ball, Mark cannot get out of this room. Spider Ball is required to leave as you're stuck in Morph Ball. The exception, I believe there's an out of bounds you can do in Hive Dynamo to force yourself to take a respawn point on the other side of the gate.
Spider Ball is also hard required for Emperor Ing, is it not?
You don't need it per se, but you basically do need it.
I think I get it, yeah. Oof.
And it appears that we have been giving incorrect information on the bot. So I'm going to go call Sam and try to get Feisty and Bra invited here manually.
All right. I'll man down the fort while you do that.
Sounds good.
All right. We have Storm in the Tower of Light. which he's going to be climbing this now, and there's a sunburst at the top of it, which is, sunburst at Tower of Light. Haha. Um,
Someone actually did collect Sunburst.
yep. Let's go sunburst. And then, not entirely sure what Marker's doing. Is on the pause screen right now.
The only thing I can think, now hear me out. If I want to say, I could be wrong, but Marker's Mask is betting that Prime has the Echo Spider Ball. And as such, Prime is going to go search almost everywhere to find it, only to eventually hopefully realize that Echo Spider Ball is in Echoes.
That
Meaning Marker's Mask either A, has to try to find some way to do a respawn in Hive Dynamo Works over the gate to break out, or B, has to take a reset. I would bet on the Hive Dynamo trick because we have a confirmed forfeit.
Oh
So
no!
that's a confirmed forfeit for Mark and Storm.
Oh no! I'm sorry to hear that, but there's no shame in that. They both did very well today. They gave it their best, and it was wonderful to watch them play. And we'll see them shortly as well. But now joining us on in the call, we have Feisty and Storm, our two Prime players.
Hello.
Hello,
Hi.
hello, welcome. And we're also joined by Bruh. There it goes. So we have one team in here. Now let's. Nope. We need to get Marker a manual invite. So stand by just momentarily for us, please. Almost there.
Whoa.
Almost there. I'm gonna keep saying that till something happens.
And now.
Where it's the SpongeBob it's where it's the SpongeBob cutaways when you need them.
Exactly. That's what I was going with.
Hello,
Okay,
hello.
so with that being said, both teams have joined us in the booth. Welcome, all four of you. It was one heck of a race, to say the least.
Where's Spider Ball?
Your Spider Ball is in Torvis.
Oh, where at in Torvis?
I believe it's in. Yeah, it's in Grove.
Yeah, Echo Spiders, Torvis Grove, and yeah, I guess you already have Prime Spider.
That was
plant.
That was a race.
I last location plant. That was my last check in my game, aside from Wild.
Yep.
And there's your own Spider Ball.
Oh, yeah, I fell for the trap of if you've been playing for Grando for a while, you usually end up skipping plant. And well,
yeah. How did that work out for you?
I mean, considering I did everything else but plant.
I will say, that was an impressive MQA skip. Very well done on that.
Skipping plant works out well until you actually need to do it. Especially when something as rude as Spider Ball and like we didn't even need Spider Ball for like anything else. It's just like
just one location.
Having a ruined fountain artifact and Spider Ball on Flagra is just evil.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
Yeah. How about that Sunburst in Tower of Light, though?
That was
aptly named. I mean, what else would you put on a Tower of Light? I mean,
Light Beam.
Dark Beam. What are you talking about?
Well, let's not think that way now. That's just me.
Yeah, Storm. I ended up doing the wall crawl to go peek Tower of Light while I was BK without bombs because I had nothing else to do, and I saw that while I was out of bounds.
That's really funny because I started doing the wall crawl to check upper dynamo without bombs, and I got bombs halfway through it, so that helped.
I do want to interject real quick for our Prime players, Feisty and Storm. We do have one question being posed to both of you as far as a reason for out of bounds for Tower of Light. You know, why go out of bounds to check that area?
Information, and if it ends up being something for Echoes, I can just ceiling warp in to go get it.
I guess you should BK, you don't have anything else to do, might as well.
Whenever possible, information is always good in a race environment. Even if you can't get the thing, just being able to see it.
So logically, Echo's spider was locked by Emerald. Where was Emerald again?
That was
Main
main
quarry.
quarry.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I found it towards the end of the seed there.
Yeah, because I'm just thinking here. I tried to go a little bit more aggressive than skipping that Emerald gate with the out of bounds because I thought there was so much in Sanctuary. I was like, okay, if we can get not only Spider and Sanctuary, and then like we would be absolutely set for the last part of this. So, and then as soon as I scanned that the ink cache in, it said Morph Ball related upgrade, and I'm like, that's it, that's got to be it. And then straight baited. That was brutal.
Yeah, that was heartbreaking to see because there was no way you were going to get out unless.
Yep.
Is there any way to possibly do an out of bounds and reset your respawn point in Hive Dynamo? Possibly.
You know, now that I think about it, in Hive Dynamo, I could definitely
Yeah, you could go out of bounds.
escape there. Yeah, could have escaped there at
You
least.
can screw back into the mobile tunnel and pop out.
Either way, that bait was just heartbreaking. Morph Ball related. You're on Spider Guardian of all places. It seemed so plausible.
Yeah.
Perfect, so evil.
And then,
Did you see your boost ball though, Mark?
I did not. Where was that at?
Transit station.
Oh, so if I would have literally went and checked Sync Map first, but then that was also technically locked by Spider
yes, it
as
was.
well. So
Yeah.
at this point,
You're,
Spider was the whole key to what I needed here, unfortunately.
Yeah,
So-
if I had gone into... Because I was hesitating between going to Fen first or the mines, and I ended up going to Fen, but if I had gone to mines first, then I would have found Emerald translated like right away, and that might have changed things.
I ended up going to mines from the front door doing bar skip because I was right there, might as well. After I did frigate, of course.
That's
I went backwards and ran into gravity boost on accident.
Yeah, same basic. I mean, I actually went there to go to frigate where I found the grav boost, and I was thinking I'm gonna get wave now, so I'm gonna enter the mines on the front as well. And I just changed opinion, and that was a mistake.
Ice was my last beam I got.
Yeah, we found wave before bombs. I found the wave before I got the bomb. So
Is
Yeah,
there
so
is there a cool scan dash you could do to get that up there without grapple or screw?
there's a standable. It's a beginner standable to just pick it up. Yeah.
Oh no, that's terrible.
That's supposed to
I should have known because I could have really got you wave way earlier rather than backtracking all through Sky Temple grounds trying to look for my movement system. So
yeah, there's a right in front of the ammo recharge station. There's a little pod you can stand on top of and just space jump across to the item.
oh, I thought that was only with screw attack. Okay, well, lesson learned there.
Yeah.
Talking about venomous pond.
Screw attack
Yeah.
being so late was rough. Especially
That
'cause,
screw
like,
attack was in such a bad location.
Yeah. Screw in what room is that again? Torvus Lagoon. Yeah, screw in Torvus Lagoon. It's not terrible if you get boost early, because if you get boost early, you can do a wall crawl for it. But since boost is all the way in transit station and spider ball is in
Grove.
Grove, yeah, like you're not gonna get boost early. And also I think Cannonball was all the way in Crossway, so that was also kind of late. And it's just like,
Yeah, you needed wave
can't wall
at
crawl
least
that,
wave
really.
for ice to go get the cannonball since it was in crossway.
you can't really wall crawl that, so you just had to pretty much wait until getting the grav boost out of Hat. So
Being able to do Hall of Elders in one pass for once is nice. Instead of having to go back with one beam to do one check. That gets
the
old
downside
real
of
fast.
Randomania sometimes.
Oh yeah. So my first trip into Fen was through Thardis. I ended up doing the slope jump to get to the front, or to middle, I guess. And I did all of front fen that I could, including labs, without bombs, and then I got bombs while I was in I think I was in Chozo.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
that spiral
this
ball
was
was rude.
Yeah, and this felt like in the beginning of the seed, this was front loaded to echoes pretty heavy too. We just kept finding progression.
Yeah. Oh, bruh.
Only for echoes.
Your last STK was still X-ray locked out of everything.
Yeah.
So watch station was needed.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's technically was it was needed to get a PMT. I just dashed over.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, 2 STKs locked by X-ray, I suppose.
What, 2 of them?
PMT,
Oh.
you need X-ray to cross MQA by logic.
Yeah, for PMT, but which is the other one that was? Oh, was there one in Root Cave?
No, there
It was his echo visor was in Arbor Chamber on top of Root Cave.
Oh yeah, right. Logically, that was. Yeah, I got that one rather early on with the little wall crawl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
that
got that
log
without
too.
bombs too. I did a lot without bombs, or at least the most that I could.
Yeah.
At least I got bombs definitely quite a bit earlier than you did. But then I made the bad decision to go to Fen instead of doing like the furnace check, and furnace check was ice. So if I'd gone there, I would have gotten ice and immediately Dark Visor. And pretty much immediately after Grav, because I ended up doing basket. That's just a bunch of unfortunate routing decision from my part.
Yeah, because I think that was our only like real stickler was us scrambling to try to figure out the dark visor logic because we knew that had to be soon, and we were actually talking about it quite a bit. We're like, okay, like is it dark visor DMT now? Is it dark visor this now? So we ended up. I feel like that was the only like major like maybe time sink for the beginning, but it did pay off like later. And I really that spider ball just that's just rough.
There were quite a few items out there that were pivotal in your guys' race. One of which I know was the Morph Ball Bomb for Prime. We had quite a few people trying to place bets on where those bombs were.
I was ready for it to be on Thardus yet again.
KR was hoping they were on Airy or Hive entrance.
Bombs on area would be hilarious.
Nasty.
I'm sorry. I said bombs on quad. just make you suffer a little bit more.
Yeah. As soon as we got PBs and regular bombs, I was like, I better check Hazing Cliff. It's constantly burned me. Every time that I've not checked it, it's absolutely burned me. So
There's something so often, I feel.
I thought it was a rule that you have to check Hazing Cliff. You always should.
yeah. Well, at this point, after this CGC especially, holy cow.
Yeah, I think I got them relatively late. It was like an hour in that I ended up getting the bombs, but it didn't really hurt that bad because Feisty was able to do like all of Fen and Chozo even without the bombs. So really just got those bombs and it was just straight to ice and then straight to mines after that. So
Yeah.
I ended up getting waves quite late, so I couldn't even go to Fen through the other way. I did get stuck for a bit in BK.
Also, that Gravin hat. That was pretty funny.
That was funny.
I was
very,
pretty happy
very
to have my
aptly
basket.
placed power-ups this time around.
Yeah, because is there a way to get Lagoon without... I mean, you can do the air underwater, but you need screw attack, and with screw attack there, I was like...
that.
Yeah, I was like, I think Grav's hard required for me this seed. So
Yeah.
That's what...
not inbounds. There's not.
Oh, so there is an out of bounds that you could technically do.
Yeah,
It just would be pretty painful.
it's not that bad. I think Baja did it. I bet Nye did it as well, but I didn't end up doing it.
How about that thermal?
Bombs.
yeah.
Oh, where was it again, actually? I forgot.
Upper grab chamber.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah. I remember now.
How about
It's like,
that
at least I
X-ray
got
visor on
something
Watch
doing this.
Station?
Yeah. I still hate doing finals without visors.
Yup, I
Thank
feel you
God
there.
I got the 2.1 pool.
It started. I was I think I misread that hint too because I was like, oh, it's Cat West, of course it is, and then I go there and it was the last Torvis key, and I'm like, oh wait, no, please, because I was like, if this is main research, I can get it at least with screw attack, but yeah. And the seed just every little decision that we had just kind of got like micro punished. It was like death by 1,000 cuts for some of these items until the spider ball. So
What are you talking about? It was a festive seed. It's the seed that keeps on giving.
yeah,
Welcome to the holidays, people.
I'm just glad that I think Storm, you're relatively new too. So the fact that we were in the ballpark this time of go mode before getting beat was actually really refreshing. So.
Yeah, you two
This wasn't a seed where I could just destroy everything without a bounce.
No, we'll give it next time. We'll give it next week.
No, Echoes actually had a decent amount of progression where you didn't need to go out of bounds.
Yeah.
The only times I saw you actually go out of bounds were for Torvis.
Well, there's a handful in Aegon for some early peeking and breaking into Torvis early.
And the only other instances I saw of out of bounds in Prime were for the Tower of Light check and for Arbor Chamber to get Echo Visor. That was bizarre as well.
Yeah. I also did the Dynamo one to check the upper item in there.
I also have tempted to do IBBF without palms, and I still have PTSD from doing item position rando and having to do that.
I thought of it, but I was like, no.
Just no.
Basically, just no. Marion's seen how some of my items can get placed.
Look, don't bring me into this. All right, I've got enough headaches with this. All right.
He's got enough headaches to deal
else.
with. He's got enough headaches to deal with dragging me into this commentary.
You came willingly.
I'm changing my answer now.
Too late. It's already on. It's on recording. You can't change it.
I had a fairly friendly Ridley as well as a XO4. Ridley only tried to charge one, but he gave me an invincible heart in exchange.
You destroyed Meta and Exo.
XO4 only stayed in Plasma and Ice for the last phase. It didn't change to anything else.
That's lucky.
They both got wrecked. And oh yeah, and I remember seeing the plasma beam on Qmon going right into Thardus for you, Feisty. That was pretty well placed.
No bombs, no thermal, but hey, we'll do this. Which, ooh,
power bomb and plasma beam.
Thardus hallway was technically locked by Grav Chamber. Because you had to go get Grav Chamber to kill Thardus.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, I guess
That's a randomizer. Logic doesn't exist here.
You want logic? Find a different game, not the Prime series.
No
Prime
logic
2
link
and
to past.
Okay, now you're just going crazy. That's going to take a few hours minimum.
Or what? Your first sword?
If you even find a sword.
No logic, max settings, and multi-world between 4 people. Go.
And with that being said,
well, at that point, just do the whole Metroid series, no logic, multi-world.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
You want chaos? I present chaos. Marianne may not approve of it, but it's chaos nonetheless.
Wait, how is it always on me now? What happened here?
You may not approve of it.
One day we may
anything. I'm always the one stuck in Lower Torvis.
We may very well have the entire Prime series in Randovania, although the only caveat to that is if they're going to allow Metroid Other M to exist.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
I
what?
doubt it. I doubt it.
That being
Okay.
said, my last comment on this is, I hate plant.
Yeah,
Everybody
that's
hates
fair.
plant.
All right, let's go ahead and get down. I think it's time for us to start wrapping up our program here today. So, Feisty, Storm, Bruh, Marker's Mask, thank you for putting on a fantastic show for us here today. We all had a blast. It was amazing to watch. And I'm sure everyone viewing at home had a great time today.
It was a pleasure. Thank you for commentating.
Well, that's more than welcome. Frigid, thank you for joining me here in the booth today. It's always a pleasure having you around.
Always a
And
pleasure
we
to commentate. Always a pleasure to be around you, Marion. And we'll find some time to commit some more chaos with a multi-world at some point.
You never know. Anything's possible.
Chaos? I heard chaos.
Oh, okay. We're moving on. We've had enough of that today. Thank you, everyone at home, for joining us here at SpeedGaming for our wonderful Metroid community races. You know, it's a pleasure hosting them every week for you. And if it wasn't for you viewing at home and your constant support, we wouldn't be where we are today. So once again, thank you. If you'd like to become part of our community or join us for any reason, information can be found below for your Discord links in the schedule. If you'd like to follow any of the racers that you saw today, their Twitch information will be posted. Or you can follow Frigid and I, although we don't really... Frigid, you do constantly host here and there, so I can't say that.
Here and there, yeah. I'm not as much of a racer, but I do like to do multi-worlds. For the most part, like, my main meat and potatoes for content is, weirdly enough, Dungeons and Dragons. I do that every Monday, every other Monday for my group at least. That's kind of weird. I'm not going to get into it here, but yeah.
Either way, as far as our next event, tomorrow, Sunday, the 24th, at 2 p.m. Eastern, same time as this race, we will be having our Prime Weekly for hard settings. We are diving into the hard settings for tomorrow. So that includes 229 starting locations, elevators are two-way randomized, and dangerous gravity suit logic. So it's bound to be even more chaotic than this one. Lacey, don't say it.
I'll really have to weigh if I want to join in that. Hard settings have burned me a couple times, so we'll see.
With that being said, does anyone have any final comments before we close out tonight?
I mean, I'll probably be playing in that Prime Weekly tomorrow.
So will I. I'm ready for the pain.
And with that being said, everyone stay safe, have a great holiday, a great Thanksgiving, and we'll see you next mission.
And stay hydrated.